Elite Dangerous at DaGaimez. Just gonna land here, right next to Jupiter. And we're gonna go over PowerPlay 1.3. I'm gonna tell you my first impressions of the game now that they've updated it. I like the new sounds. Let's get a nice smooth landing here. There's good old Jupiter. Very cool. Here, wow. Digger. Look at Io. Uh-oh. Did I get it? Yeah, alright. That's what you call a hot drop right there. And once we get inside, I'm going to show you the new Galnet news. I'm also going to show you the new Galactic Power section in your navigation. I think they're going the right way with this. I'm very critical of this game because I want it to be so amazing, and I understand that I am very demanding
request granted.
when it comes to this game. I love the flight controls. I've always loved the flight controls. I literally feel like I'm at one with the ship. Let's land here. And because I love the flight controls and I love the fluid graphics in the game, I really want it to be so much more. Now, 1.3 is supposed to get us a bit more social. And they're adding basically like a faction warfare type gig. And I think they put a lot of work into it. But the real question is, will it do what the designers wanted to do, which is really to get more people together? Let's land right here. And I love my Elite Dangerous audience because they're very vocal and they super fanboys, and that's cool. And I understand why, really.
Landing gear deployed.
It is an awesome game. But there's a lot that can be improved upon the game now. And let's look at the new Galactic Power section. So this is cool. You got your Galnet right here. You have your Galactic Power Galnet standing, basically. You can go into that. I haven't pledged yet. I'm not quite sure if I want to or not, being more of a PvP type player. I'm not quite sure if this is for me because I don't know if it's going to bring me the PvP. And within the next couple episodes, that's what we're going to find out with 1.3 PowerPlay. It's going to be a multi-episode, episodic journey with the 1.3 PowerPlay to see if it does what I think it should intend to do, or what the designers intended to do, which is to be more social. Let's go into here. Here we have each leader, each faction, and so the characters are really cool. You're getting into the more of the storyline. You can see their faces. I like it. Getting more of that human touch into the game. Once you click into somebody that you dig, you get into the overview screen, and you can see that you can see their name. You can see the system's headquarters. You can look at his age, and you can see how many systems are within the control here. You got system alerts, where they're either under threat or fortifying, changing over. You can view it on your map, which is really cool. And so here's his section in white. This is what he controls. And then the yellow sections are areas that they're fortifying. The red crosshairs are in threat or expanding. You can see that this faction doesn't control a lot of space. It is the criminal faction. I don't expect it to do well because not many people in the game, percentage-wise, are into PvP or kind of get that seedy vibe. I would say a large majority are more into trading and playing it easy, and eventually they will get tired of it. I have spoken to many people who have done this, many friends who have traded and grinded and PvE'd, and they're currently getting a little bit bored because they want the social interaction. And that's one of the reasons I want to do this update and get into these in multi-episodes, is to see if actually the 1.3 PowerPlay patch is going to get people more involved. I mean, really, that's what I want from the game. One of the things that I'm hoping this doesn't become is a PvE grind. Kind of almost looks PvE. I think people that get involved in this, you might see them fly around. But for instance, here I am in Seoul, and I couldn't find anybody for over an hour flying into Seoul, which is Earth, And again, like, it makes me feel like it's a very lonely game, and that's why I did dig the community goals. And hopefully this type of gameplay, if you pledge support, will help bring people clashing together. I flew around forever. I flew around looking for somebody forever, and I couldn't find somebody. And I think it would be really important if they put an option in here so that you can see where people, in the local news area, how they say the traffic in the system, 1,000 ships flow through here. I think it'd be important if they separated the NPCs from the actual players, or only counted the actual players as far as traffic. I want to see the actual physical human traffic in this, and I want to see points that are highlighted with an option here that I can push, and it would light up like the amount of traffic. I want a display lit up like maybe orange globes, and some bigger than others, telling me where the humans are at within the past 24 hours, where they're flying based upon a database that would show me where in the hell the people are at in the game. And then I could see like a big orange globe and go, oh yeah, here's a lot of people here, I'm gonna go there. I don't want to guess and just fly around and not see anybody for hours upon hours on end. One thing I want everybody to look at first in the 1.3 PowerPlay update is the Galnet news section, which I think they did beautifully. They put a lot of time and effort into this. Love it. Already love it. And within the Galnet news, news that pertains to you, you can go to each particular leader's section. They basically have their picture to show you what the news pertains to. And within the news, you can pick up hints, and you can pick up information about certain PvE points. I'm not quite sure if the news is getting into community goals yet, because I don't know where community goals are all of a sudden. I want community goals to stay. I'm pretty sure they didn't get rid of that. Comment below if you know whether or not they did. It's really, really important that Frontier understands that in order for this game to be successful, it has to be more social. You can fly around alone all you want, and for people that are into that, they'll go into solo mode. But for people to make this game very successful, you have to have a player base that can communicate with one another and feel like they belong, and have a place within, not the PvE community with whoever Brad Mitchell is, or like all these news Hudson, and it's great. It's great to be involved in the PvE and the role playing and the story, but eventually you lose a touch with the game, because you need the human touch. You need the people. You need the people to make the game successful. I think this is a step in the right direction, but here you get into each section here, and you can see they did an excellent job. Whoever's doing the news over at the Frontier Development offices is, I think, doing a fantastic job with the news. I dig it. At some point, I think Frontier, and I think they're doing it, stepping up to the plate and saying, okay guys, here's some more things in the game. There are more features. Still want Planetfall, still want to walk around, but that's going to be a long way off. And I still want a trading database that means something. I think they're going in the right direction. I think they're doing a lot of good work, and I commend them on the fact that they're trying to make this game more social. I commend them on the amount of work that they put on into the news, and congratulations. Besides some of the bugs and it still being buggy, and I hear the mining's not that great, but I want to do it personally before I give my own perception or review of the game. I think just from the initial perception and seeing the amount of work that they put into this, I'm going to say an A for effort, and then we will grade it as we play it. So stay tuned. More Bringing the Dangerous. Don't worry. Still more of that series on the way. Thanks, everybody, for being patient. I know I haven't put Elite Dangerous out for at least a week and a half, 2 weeks. I haven't forgotten about you. And see you on the next episode, guys. See you, gamers.